1920s were known as the silent era of Hollywood. The technology was still very new, so films often had textual narration to supplement the video and explain what was going on. At the beginning of the decade, it was not yet possible to record voice audio to play along with motion pictures, so silent movies were all people knew at first. Today, silent films are seen by many as boring and too antiquated, but they really caught on at the time. After all, these were the Roaring '20s, the years between the end of World War I and the start of the Great Depression. A time of Gatsby-esque indulgence and high-class living, but also the birth years of cinema as we know it today. Many have attempted to rank the most influential films of the 1920s, and there are a lot of differing opinions. For this video, I've decided it's best to just go in chronological order, so these are some of the most influential films in the order in which they were produced. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Widely considered to be the first German expressionist film and the first horror movie of all time. This movie focuses on a murderer being controlled by a mad doctor and is the first movie ever to implement a plot twist ending. Way Down East. This American silent film is remembered for its exciting climax in which one of the main characters is rescued from doom on an icy river. Many of the issues faced by people in this movie can be relatable to people even today. The Kid. Written, directed, produced, and starred in by the iconic Charlie Chaplin. This original slapstick film follows the story of a tramp who finds a baby on the street and raises him to be his partner in crime. Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror. A court once ruled that all copies of this film were to be destroyed, but nowadays you can look it up on YouTube and watch it for free. As far as horror movies go, it is still incredibly creepy by today's standards. Safety Last. Viewed today as one of the greatest film comedies ever, this movie produced iconic images from early cinema and a plot riddled with symbols. Phantom of the Opera. Though many reboots of this movie exist, the original 1925 version dazzled thousands and strengthened the genre of horror films at the time. The Library of Congress deemed this silent movie culturally significant, and it is a staple in film history classes worldwide. Battleship Potemkin. This movie served as Russian propaganda back in the day, but now it is known for pioneering the effects of quick edits and montages in filmmaking. The Gold Rush. Charlie Chaplin plays a downtrodden prospector in The Gold Rush, interweaving comedy and social commentary. This is the film that Chaplin hoped he would be most remembered for, which is unsurprising considering the stunts and money required to bring this film to fruition. The General. A dramatic, action-packed film that showcases 20s actor Buster Keaton risking his life for the sake of a train. The blend of insane stunts and comedy has earned The General its spot in cinema history. The Jazz Singer. The first non-silent feature film. It's unfortunate that this innovation in cinema technology had to be marked with a movie that featured heavy blackface from the main character, but I guess that's just a sign of the times. Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans. Love triangles in the 20s were wild, and this movie does a good job proving that. A man loved two women, and the only way he could think of to solve this problem was killing one of them. This was the first film ever to use both music and sound effects. It also won 3 Oscars at the first ever Academy Awards. Metropolis. This was the first sci-fi dystopian movie. Metropolis provided social commentary on America's income gap, while showcasing never-before-seen special effects. The Passion of Joan of Arc. Though talkies were pioneered a year before, this silent film still made a big impact on the film world. This French movie shows an intensely emotional performance that has gone down in history as one of the best ever. Pandora's Box. Pandora's Box is a silent German film that focused on the drama and stigmas surrounding sexually liberated women at the time. This film is famous for having the first ever lesbian subplot shown on the big screen. While it was called a disconnected melodrama that was seldom interesting, critics in the 1950s rediscovered this gem and fell in love with it. Even today, Pandora's Box has a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.